ago, I did a very useless MBA degree. Only now I kind of feel that I'm getting qualified for life. And it's all thanks to Swamiji and his Inner Awakening program. I just wanted to share that one of my greatest takeaways from this July Inner Awakening in Varanasi was that I realized I don't exist just in this one physical body, or just in the relationships that I have with people, or the society that I see around me. I realized right after, actually I was initiated into the Third Eye Awakening in May, last May, also in Varanasi. And right after that, when I came back here to follow up with more extraordinary developments, I realized that this power of third eye had awakened the possibility for me to realize that I really exist in multiple dimensions, in various other mystical planes. And I was so shocked at first to know that, oh wow, I'm actually seeing myself in all these, I don't even know how to describe those mystical planes, which are totally otherworldly. But what it has done to me in this life, in this body, is that I just feel so expanded. Any amount of work cannot shrink me. Anything cannot intimidate me. I feel so powerful. And I know that it is this one power within me which is radiating as joy to the people who are living around me. It's more, let's just put it in a simple way, I'm more nicer to live with than I was before. And other than all of these, to go on more with the mystical things, when Swamiji gives us a Kala Bhairava darshan, and when Kala Bhairava just lands on him, through the third eye, I was able to see this huge form wearing all the, what do you call those iron chains and everything. You don't see normally. You don't have to say, yes, I have had darshan of Kala Bhairava in a photograph or in the temple. You really can see him. And it is a possibility given to regular human beings like myself, like all of us, by Swamiji through this incredible third eye awakening process in the Inner Awakening program. Not only that, let me give you a very ordinary example. Just before coming here, I was at the airport with my husband, and he had a combination lock. And he forgot the number. Now, you know, on a combination lock, you can have infinite combinations. And in just 1 second of looking through my third eye, I told him the exact number, even though I had never seen that combination lock before. So, right from the most mystical things, like having the darshan of Devas and Devis and the other Vishwarupa of Swamiji himself, to the most ordinary things like knowing the combination locks, knowing where a person has been hurt. I think it is just a brilliant way of living life, rather than just waking up in the morning, going to the office, coming back at night, and eating something, waiting for the day you die, and then wondering what on earth happened to your life. So with that, I really invite everyone to be part of Inner Awakening, to come explore the Third Eye Awakening process. It is not just about blindfold reading. The amount of completion and happiness it creates within us, that is extraordinary. It just makes you understand you are divine, that you are Mahadeva. Even though these words may look big, when you come and be part of the program, it is just incredible. And I also want to end my talk on with another thing. All of these extraordinary sciences, Third Eye Awakening, being able to scan bodies, and being able to say that you are Mahadeva, all these extraordinary sciences are being offered in through an amazing, beyond comparison body that Swamiji is developing. It is called Sarvagnya Pita. It is one of the things I'm very passionate about, and I just want you guys to Google it. Just simply Google it, find out what it is about. It is going to be the center of the universe in future, where so many people, human beings, other beings, are going to be receiving all these extraordinary knowledges, sciences, directly taking you to enlightenment in the luxury of amazing hotel rooms, in the luxury of amazing food, and just by the snap of your finger. I invite you to Google it, look it up. And with that, thank you so much. Invite everyone to Inner Awakening and exploring the Third Eye Awakening process.
I started reading the first day I got initiated. It was really powerful, the process. It was really fun, and I started reading like so well. And it may seem hard at first, but it becomes easy, and it's just really fun to be here, and I believe everybody should go. When my mom couldn't read, Swamiji said if the kids sit on the parents' lap, the parents will be able to read. So I sat on my mom's lap, and she was able to read. It was so amazing.
Once there was a father and a boy walking with a donkey, and they were traveling from village to village. In one village, a few villagers were speaking about him, and they said how dumb they are. Why are they walking with a donkey? So then, because the father cared so much about the people's opinion, he put the son on the donkey's back and asked the donkey to carry the son. Then as they passed by, they went to another village. And again the villagers said how dumb, how uncompassionate the son is. He alone is sitting on the donkey while the father is walking. So considering that, the father said, okay, even I'll sit on the donkey. So they both ride on the donkey and go. When they come to the next village, the people start again speaking about him. And they say, see, they don't have any compassion towards the poor donkey. The donkey has to carry both the father and the son. So hearing this, because the father cared so much about what they said, they both got off the donkey, and the people also said that they don't even care for the donkey. They should really take care of the donkey and nurture it. So hearing this, the father and the son take 2 bamboo sticks and carry the donkey and go. So as they go farther and farther, they're unable to carry the donkey, so the donkey just falls in the river and dies. So in the end, they don't have the donkey, they don't have anything they want. So what I understood from the story is that just because the father had so much attention need, he cared about what people approved of him and what the certificate which people gave him from outside. Just because he cared so much about that, in the end he lost out on everything. So that's how I feel we get psychologically handicapped.
I have a question. So if your context is clear what you have, so in external, anything cannot disturb you or make you down?
Just adding a story to this, like how in the story of Buddha, once when Buddha will be taking class, one angry man will just come and spit on Buddha. Then Buddha's disciple who will be next to him will get angry, and he'll be like, Buddha, if you just tell, I'll go and take care of him, I'll go and handle him. Then Buddha will tell that the because he himself doesn't have any context, or he himself is in the space of anger and powerlessness, then he doesn't know what to do. That's why he is even spitting. Then there'll be no difference between you going and getting angry, like you going and showing your anger towards him, and you going and making him more angry. There'll be no difference between both of you. So we have to work from the space of completion, though he is trying to put the anger. Then the man who will be angry will just Buddha will tell him, don't worry, go home, you had already had enough of anger, go home and come. And when the man goes home, he'll just realize his mistake, and he'll come back and fall at Buddha's feet. Then Buddha will tell, this is what is the space of completion. So what I understood from the story is that because Buddha's context was clear, though externally people try to abuse him, his context was clear, so nothing put him into powerlessness, and just his right context made people understand the space of completion and come back to him. So even whatever action we do, because we have if we have the right context, whatever people tell outside will not affect us, and everyone will come back to our context, and it will just be out of the space of completion.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. Welcome home to experience love current of Mahadeva. This city is just DNA of physical expression of Hinduism. From your side, nothing needs to be done other than being here. Simple truth straight away.